We've been moving along at the Allard job here in Brunswick County. The finish line is in sight, and to reach that goal, the next step is installing the flooring. So let's get in there and make it happen, Captain. Sanding and floor prep. Sanding the seams is very important. You can see here the flooring installer has a very nice tool that lights up and lets him make sure that the edges are nice and flat. Now what he's checking for here is that no nails or screws are protruding above the subfloor. We don't want those affecting our actual flooring install, creating any humps, squeaks, or just not cosmetically good looking areas. So his main goal is to run that sander down these edges to make sure that all of those nails and screws are not protruding up and the plywood is perfectly flat. Hey guys, we may have a subscriber collab coming at you very soon. Make sure you like and comment, help us beat that YouTube algorithm and get this information out as much as possible. To continue the floor prep, you can see that the floor installer is cutting the door casings and using floor leveler. The tool the installer is using is called an undercut saw. This is a multi-tool that, by using carefully, can cut the door casing right at the edge of the flooring, allowing the flooring itself to go under the casing and not be visible. The floor leveler mix here is very good at getting rid of small imperfections in the subfloor. With LVP or laminate wood flooring, a small imperfection like this could create a bubble or buckle that's going to be noticeable immediately. With LVP or wood floors, we really need a smooth, level surface to work on, as this is a floating floor. Now, LVP stands for luxury vinyl planks. You may have heard it also referred to as LVT, luxury vinyl tiles. But basically what it is a floating floor system with interlocking lips on both the sides and front and back that are not secured directly to the subfloor. Hence the reason for the floor leveling and cutting under the casings. You really need to have a nice work surface before you install this flooring. Now we've started here with our luxury vinyl planks with a stair-step pattern. So that means we'll be starting off our run with a whole sheet. The next piece above will have 8 to 12 inches removed to create that separation. The third piece will have 16 to 24 inches removed, and that will complete the stair pattern. After that, we will start over again with a whole sheet. We're rolling along with the living area and dining room install. As you can see, this moves very quickly as long as you pay attention to the stair pattern. So remember, we'll start with a whole sheet on the first row. The second piece above that will be with 8 to 12 inches removed with the cut edge facing the base trim. The third row will then start with 16 to 24 inches removed, and you'll have a nice symmetry between the spacing throughout the house. Now, wrapping up and finalizing the flooring install is shoe molding and caulk. It's really important that the nails in the shoe molding do not go through the flooring. This is a floating floor and needs to be able to expand and contract. And if you nail nails through the flooring while you're nailing the shoe molding, it's not going to allow that to breathe. And when it does, it's going to invert the pressure to the middle of the floor, which can cause buckles. So very, very important here to not nail through the flooring. Now you can notice here he's putting a small 45-degree return on these shoe molds as it runs into the door casing. You can do this in many different ways. This is a little next level trim skill here, but you can incorporate this into multiple areas of the house, i.e. your windowsills, base trim, many areas. So it's a little bit more labor intensive and tedious, but really a nice look and something that you can incorporate in multiple areas of the house. Caulking is very important in the process of floor prep and painting, and something that is a must do from trim to trim. Now you can see this installer is wiping off an excess amount of caulking. Now we had to go back and touch this caulking up later on as it tended to crack, and just by adding too much, he wasn't really focusing on the area that was necessary. You'll see that you have excess caulking on the quarter round and the base that is just going to attract dirt later. whether it's painted or not, excess caulking is just very, very hard to keep clean. So it's much better to have a wet rag, cut the tube hole to the correct size of the space that you're filling. I tend to start with the smallest holes first. That way, if I have very little caulking to do in that size, I can always cut the tip of the tube again and start working on a more dense or thicker area. Now, we want to keep our home under $189 per square foot. The Allards have purchased this land outside of MWH, but with their buying price and our build cost, $189 per square foot is very important to us. And you say, Maynard, why is $189 a square foot important? Because the standard sale price in our area right now with other builders is $200 to $205 on production building. So if we can hit $189, we are just offering equity to our homeowners day one. So as you can see, the shoe molding is going in the last bedroom and the flooring install went flawlessly, moving us one step closer to completing this young couple's first home. A couple key areas to remember: floor prep, sanding, floor leveler, cutting the door casings are all key opponents to a great floor install. I'm excited for the Allards getting ready to move in their first home, and I'm grateful for you guys for watching. So until next time, you guys have a great day.